We're waiting for the dip. You still haven't bought Bitcoin? No, it's gonna drop below 5K and then we're all in. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Driver, we're done here.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So it's Friday, it's the weekend, we made it. Congratulations. And by the way, I'm not saying that I don't think we could go below 5,000. I just think it's funny that that's kind of like how the community is right now. You sort of have half of the community being like, we're out of the woods, that's it, buckle up, boys, we're going to the moon. And then you have the other half that's like, no way, like, I'm definitely holding off, we're going lower, this is a sucker's rally, I'm waiting to buy in, right? Very polarizing right now. But on the bright side, scientists were actually able to uncover who has been behind this massive drain in altcoin profits. And, yeah, no, obviously I'm just kidding, guys, but I'm actually kind of not kidding with that one. Now, having a look at what's going on in the market today, you do notice that we are having some green. I would expect this after the day that we had. You know, it's pretty common to see a slight recovery after something like this, but the big question is, are we truly out of the woods just yet? And I do want to dive in and have a look at a few different perspectives. Right? Now, having a look at CoinMarketCap, giving this a quick refresh live, we do notice that we have fallen about $1 billion since I woke up this morning. You know, very minor movements across the board. Nothing really too major here. Volume is a little bit lower than we're used to. Bitcoin dominance has been steadily going up. Now, that's always a key indicator when people are, you know, very concerned about the overall stability of the markets themselves. Well, then they tend to put more of their money into Bitcoin, right? But we do have a few gainers today. We have Nebulous up 18%, Nano 10, Walton, Augur, Engine, Crypto.com, BitTorrent, and Loom Network all seeing some gains today. Now, having a look at our good old buddy Bitcoin over here, I am actually surprised that we're holding this level as steady as we are. This one kind of caught me off guard, but I think it's more of a psychological level than it is really anything to do with the charts. It's just sort of that $5,000 psychological level. You see, we've tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in just the past day. So yeah, and we do know that, you know, the more times you tend to test, you know, either support or resistance, you know, it tends to weaken it. So that's not really a good thing, sort of. I mean, I'd like to get back above this. However, the one thing I do want to point out, guys, is the super guppy indicator, if we go on a lower time frame, has actually turned neutral, which isn't bad. It's not red, but it's not green, okay? So it's very indecisive right now, right? Now, I want to just scale back a second, okay, and just have a look at the big picture. If you just come over here, I do like how they do this on CoinGecko because you can pick the different time frames. But look, this is the 90-day for Bitcoin. Look at this. It's up 0.1% in 24 hours, 3.7% in 7 days, 26% in 14 days, and 31% in 30 days. And actually, crazily enough, it's only down 26% if we actually go exactly 1 year ago, right? So when you consider the fact that if you had bought Bitcoin basically anytime after January, well, basically anytime after we hit the low, but I mean, you're up. Everybody in this region is up. Everyone, as long as you didn't panic sell. So yeah, I would, you know, you have to say to yourself, like, how much more, you know, upward momentum can you have before people start taking profits? You might be looking at some kind of an incoming minor correction. Now, I mean, I could be wrong. We could wake up tomorrow and we could be up over 6K. That's the craziness of being in crypto. But realistically speaking, after making these kinds of gains and these types of profits, you do tend to see people wanting to cash out a little bit. But I want to point to an indicator that has recently been put on my radar that is actually strangely both positive and negative at the exact same time, right? How can something be positive and negative at the same time? Well, we're going to look into it right now. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Bitcoin Misery Index. Now, the index, as you can see right here, it incorporates the percentage of winning trades to total trades as well as volatility. It shows a value from 0 to 100. The index is considered at misery when the value is below 27. As a contrarian index, the closer the index is to 0, the louder the buy signal would be. And then obviously on the other, so basically it's like if it's 27 and below, you know, we're sad, right? And if it's like 67 and above, we're happy. That's basically it, right? Pretty dumb. But if you actually look at it statistically, with the exception of right here, being below 27, great buy, great buy, great buy, great buy. So these have all been pretty damn accurate, okay? But what do I need to tell you guys? Well, obviously, Tom Lee, he was the creator of this, and he pointed out that the Bitcoin Misery Index reached 89 on April 2nd, the highest reading since June 2016. So as he says, this means good and bad. So what is the good? Well, the good is that since 2011, the Bitcoin Misery Index above 67 has only been seen during Bitcoin bull markets. This is more evidence that, the bull market is starting. However, the bad is that when it's above 67 after the peak, Bitcoin tends to fall roughly 25%. Okay? So that's what he's saying. So he's saying it's good in the, maybe mid to long term. We're starting to enter into that bullish trend. But short term, we might be going lower. And this is the picture that he puts right here. If you guys want to have a look at it, this is sort of him showing you. But if we go back and actually just look at what he specifically said about June 2016, when it was reading those levels, let's have a look. So this right here is June of 2016. Now check this out. Massive volume, massive run up, right? And then look, we got right here. And then what happened? We fell, went sideways for a little bit, fell back again. Now, we didn't fall below the lower lows. This wasn't like a crash and burn kind of thing. In fact, it was very positive after this. We had a very nice, steady increase upwards. But the question is, if we go back to the chart that we've been looking at, I don't know if you guys can see this correlation. You kind of have this kind of consolidation, pump, and then here, and then, the start of the dump. Well, look at what we're doing right now. I mean, we obviously had a little bit of a crazier ride because we did have that massive dump in November. But look, it's sort of like that upwards consolidation, boom, spike, kind of hung around at the top for a second, and then now we're back down again. So if history repeats itself, are we looking to do sort of a really big 20%, 25% plummet, and, from here to here, look at that, and then start the actual slow grind to the uptrend. Now, personally, guys, I do believe that there has to be sort of one more sort of shakeout, you know what I'm saying, before we can start it, but it's not necessary. It doesn't have to happen. I mean, that is my opinion, but yeah. So guys, I do apologize. I'm not trying to be negative. I wanted to just let you guys know what I'm looking at. You got to be realistic. Listen, we all want it to go to the moon, but we also have to be safe during the time being, not to mention, like I said, guys, the volume has fallen off significantly, but hey, you know what? How about this?
Snap, concept products, oracles, it's all about the depths.
Every user, every wallet, every dApp, CK miners, double signers, every villain with attacks, every channel operator, every flap, every phone node, every staker, everyone who interacts, and that is that.
Constantinople is done. Fork, plasma group L2 engage, no fork. Call of it coming in waves. Fork, your boy Carlos is from New York.
Plasma, state channels, layer 1, layer 2, layer 4, 8, 16, binary, Bitcoin, blockchain, trust.
Oh, back so soon? Yeah, so, I mean, hopefully Vitalik cheered you up with his rap. Yeah, guys, I mean, listen, you want to look at a little bit of positivity. We do have some good things as well. The Fear and Greed Index, for what it's worth, take it with a grain of salt, actually has fallen from 65 to 42, which is showing that the market is not as greedy, which could potentially be a positive sign moving forward. One fundamental thing I just wanted to point out is that Kelly Loeffler, the CEO of Bakkt, actually put out this Medium article, and once again, it doesn't actually give a specific date of when we can expect this, but you can see right here in this last paragraph, she says, as we work through regulatory approvals, we are mindful that the infrastructure we are building has the potential to create more opportunities for digital assets to grow in relevance and trust by being more secure, investable, and useful. As a former marathoner, this point in time recalls the stage in the training regimen when you're putting in long runs with your training team. Race day is approaching, and there is more work to be done. I'm proud to be going the distance with the growing team and of the culture we are building while bringing digital assets into the mainstream economy. So I guess without actually giving a date, she's kind of like hinting like it's very close, but no specifics given. So that could be taken as some positivity as well. Now, guys, how does Craig Wright keep making his way into the headlines, man? So it looks like Satoshi Nakamoto himself. Okay, guys, you know I definitely don't believe that, but Craig Wright is suing Twitter user HODLNOT for defamation of character, and today offered a 5,000 bounty for identifying information on him, okay? Now, HODLNOT, if you guys don't know, unfortunately, his account got deactivated or something, but he was the one that basically started the Lightning Network torch, right? So a lot of people are really pissed about this, and they've actually started like a little bit of a movement where they've changed their logo, their avatar to HODLNOT, right? Sort of in opposition against this. And the thing that was really surprising was CZ actually came out and said Craig Wright is not Satoshi. Any more of this and we delist. Obviously meaning we delist Bitcoin SV. By the way, this was a really nice mural that was made by Crypto Scam Hub. Basically, it's all the people that have had the Lightning Torch and they were put into this collage. So that's pretty cool. But I mean, look, as HODLNOT said, and this is not the HODLNOT, this is one of the many HODLNOTs that are now on Twitter. Imagine being Satoshi. You create Bitcoin under a pseudonym. You take all the precautions needed to protect your real identity. You disappear to liberate Bitcoin from the father figure. And then after 10 years, you start threatening and suing people if they don't believe you. Right? Totally crazy. So yeah, very, very good point moving forward. So yeah, guys, Bitcoin SV might potentially get delisted from Binance if Craig Wright continues to claim that he's Satoshi. Crazy. We'll definitely have to keep up on this, guys. So really quick, speaking of Bitcoin SV, we're talking about some coin news. Well, we do have Aergo. It says after months of development and testing on the testnet, the Aergo One core technology has now been released. We are finally ready for the first stable version of Aergo, a major milestone in our development progress. There you go. Also got some good news from Icon as well. iconloop announced today that it signed a collaboration agreement with the International Telecommunication Union, which is the United Nations Specialized Agency for Information and Communication Technologies. The aim is to establish a high-level framework of cooperation for the ITU Smart Incubator program in order to provide support and know-how on blockchain-related technologies to global startup ecosystems. That's really good news as well. And also for Game of Thrones fans out there, it looks like the Vechain project's NFC chips will be used in a promotional initiative run by HBO and Singaporean sneaker designer SBTG. The sneakers will not be available for sale. Instead, the 4 pairs being designed will be put up for display from April 17th to 30th at the limited EDT Chamber store in the shops at Marina Bay Sands. Fans will have the opportunity to participate in a competition that would allow them to win one of these pairs. So, yeah, there you go. Right there, guys. Hear me roar. All right. So, you probably heard about this news. Obviously, I'm probably like the 100th person to talk about it, so I don't want to oversaturate your day talking about it. But, Edward Snowden, he, was talking about this as well. Obviously, images of Ecuador's ambassador inviting the UK's secret police into the embassy to drag a publisher of Like It or Not award-winning journalism out of the building are going to end up in the history books. So obviously this is referring to Julian Assange, and as you guys can see right here, it says the arrest of him has caused an uproar around the world, resulting in donations that have been pouring in. The Wikileaks Defense Fund has already received roughly $20,000 in Bitcoin donations just in the past 24 hours. In fact, you can see a bunch of people are on Twitter here. Pamela Anderson literally tweeted and said donate for WikiLeaks, and it says the total at press time is approximately 6.13 or 6.173 Bitcoin, or roughly $31,000 and counting. So that is definitely pretty crazy moving forward. And one of the things that people were sort of tying in to this situation was that pretty much the last thing really that we had heard from Satoshi before he disappeared was actually a reference made to WikiLeaks when WikiLeaks had gotten their ability to receive payments shut down. They had turned to Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin was censorship resistant, right? And Satoshi had actually responded to that and said it would have been nice to get this attention in any other context. WikiLeaks has kicked the hornet's nest and the swarm is headed towards us. So, it was a little bit negative. I guess in context, you could say it was negative. Interestingly enough, he decided to basically go into hiding after this. But yeah, so that, but hey, it did have a lot to do with people noticing Bitcoin and paying attention to it. So it wasn't all negative. In fact, they probably made a lot of money off of accepting Bitcoin back then. I mean, think about if they had held, how much that Bitcoin may have appreciated. So that's something to definitely keep in mind, guys. And but if that's not enough, before we go, 5 petabytes, which is 5,242,880 gigabytes of data necessary to image a black hole, coincidentally the same size as the Bitcoin blockchain, which is quite large, if you haven't noticed. So that is it for me today, guys. It's Friday, time for the weekend, but no, I did not forget about the t-shirt giveaway from yesterday. So we need to go to yesterday's news video, not the interview, and we will paste that in here. And I did say to mention something about the shirt if you did want it, because not everybody always wants the shirt. Some people just want to comment. So we do have 495 unique comments. So here we go. Drum roll, please. Bitcoin gonna be insane in the next year, though. Kevin does MC. I definitely agree with you, Kevin. Unfortunately, I did say that we had to say something about the shirt, so I'm just gonna do this again. Let's see. Who wants a shirt? Haha, the intro is an excellent recap of today's market. The extreme highs and lows is what makes this fun. Absolutely, man. Yeah, you gotta have some fun. You gotta have some fun on the channel. Absolutely. You can't be serious all day, you know? K-Dub, I need your help on how to trade alts now that Bittrex is dead to me. I hate New York. Have until June to get anything off the exchange, which I was already in the process of doing. Yeah, that totally sucks. It sucks for me as well. I hate to say, just use Binance for now, but unfortunately that seems to have the most liquidity. So you could try that if you'd like. But maybe I'll make a video about something related to other options as well. This comment makes me eligible for the t-shirt and the Nano S. GI Crypto, yes it does. It actually does make you eligible for both. So congratulations, you are the winner of the t-shirt, GI Crypto. Go to either my Telegram group right here, you could join for free, or just hit me up in the about section, and then you can send me an email and I will send you your t-shirt. So thank you so much to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, commenting. If you guys haven't hit the bell notification yet, yeah, you might want to, because, that way you can stay up to date on the videos. Sometimes they are quite timely. And that's it for me today. So thank you so much for everyone that's seriously just been supporting the channel. You guys rock. You know that you're the reason that I get up and I do this every single day. That being said, my name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.